Hi Terry. Today we can have a review the game that you played with me. Sorry, this time I'm a little bit late. This time I think your game quality was quite good, so I will just tell you the main point for about this game. Uh, until now is perfect, and if I just try to get the territory, normally I cannot try to handle well when I have a handicap game. I just need to keep make the over fighting with you. So this time, in order to have some fighting, I should try to jump. Basically in this situation, I have to try to press this one stone. But this is result is not really happy for me. Even though you just try to have a nice move, when I connect, somehow it's really not easy to handle for this game for me. So I keep having the overplay. This time you have a many options. First one is just push, and even you can wait for one more round to push and cut, or even you can push the lower side. Both are available, but at the actual game you just play the mostly powerful move, just directly push and cut. It's working, it's really no problem. So when I press here, you have to take care. Still is perfect. And at the first mistake is, I think, this approach. I think you can move one stone, and then when I answer, still I'm thinking that this one stone is not strong enough. So if you continue from here, however, just the basic like this, then I don't think you need to be afraid about this move. Even if you answer, I don't think it's nothing. But of course you can beat my group first. Even you attach here, you can make quite bad shape for my whole group. So which means my main point is you don't have to feel this is painful for you. After this, even I answer here, you get a lot in this side. Left hand side is much bigger. And the main point is that even you bother more in the future, then still I'm not stable. I have to invest more for take care of my left hand side. So now I can say this one stone is quite big. It's not small stone. So when you approach here, of course I have to stop. I shouldn't continue. If I answer, of course this is good exchange for you. But now my one stone head position is going out to the center. So both are hurry. I just have to decide to defend here. Then you play here. I don't think you can have a heavy attacking about this group. So anyway, after this, okay, let's see. Now you have a many option. Starting from this one stone, something like this, and I will try to go out to the center. This is one of the possible way, like this. And another one is starting from the center, from here or this one. I think you choose the 2 space jump. 1 space jump is also seems okay, because when I attach, originally you have to Hane here. Hane is a basic move. This is not the basic. When you do and this one, you can compare between this and Hane first, and I have to play here. Then you can even make this become Sensao, Sente. After then you can keep continue to move. This is also available. But I think you don't want to play here, right? This one stone can be a little bit far away than here. So that's why I think 2 space jump. Yeah. And 2 space jump is worse than 1 space jump, I guess. But I don't think it's really totally wrong direction. It's quite okay. But after that, you can compare this one. You don't have to be afraid about this one. Normally, if you can block the center, something like this, is really happy for black. White cannot accept about this. Yeah, this value is bigger than this blocking value. I must extend. So when you stretch and here, my position seems much better. You know, since I cut here, even I can do. And originally you are supposed to play here, and like this. And this is much beautiful than just now. My going out position is much beautiful. But even this situation, I think you better to continue with B. I think still you are in fighting with me, so you can just capture, and then when I have a tiger's mouth, you can just support one stone, something like this. Yeah. Still, I'm not alive yet. So when you hane one time, this is quite bad exchange. This exchange made me to have a 2 eyes perfectly. If you just capture like this, I can't make 2 eyes inside the directory. Even if I can make, it will be much worse than when you give me this exchange. If I capture, I can have a perfect 2 eyes. So we have to fix about this habit. We shouldn't really try to we shouldn't make the bad exchange. So this made my group become stronger. Okay, now you change the point, which means you accept both of area. Fighting was finished, fighting was completed perfectly. So now lower side of the white is perfect. Now you cannot bother anymore. And this one stone, when you give me this block, then I don't think you can have a really good control of the fighting. Of course you can make something in the future like actual game, but basically I can understand you just try to turn around to this area. So when you jump here, basically you need to support about this one stone first, like this. This can even protect about the edge of the corner. When I get in, if you can extend, there is always edge like this. But now your one stone is connected already with this group. At that time, if you hane, then you can capture the corner. When I answer, then you can capture easily, like this. But of course, this move is not easy to see. Like this, and you can jump first, something like this. If you make mistake, something like this, then we cannot capture, because now those are all sente for me. So now, if you have just Kosumi here, and these 3 stones are not that strong, then I think when you play with me on that day, I told you that you don't have to be afraid about this kind of move. You have to think this is just one of the big plays. After that, you can just turn around to the next big place. This one, or just go to totally another place. So now the one of the things that you have to fix is you're making Aji is a bit too fast. So now you should think this one stone was nothing. And since when you make this fighting, of course this control is not even really bad, just is available because of the handicap. But if this is an even game, normally this kind of Aji will not make good result for you. And yeah, you break about 5 points. But main point is, when I'm going here, I did some end game naturally, because I saved my one stone. So I can't say you get a lot of territory from here. I don't think you break a lot of territory from here. So now I'm just keep having the head fighting. And main point is I even have Aji of this move in the future. So which means if you want to really separate of my group, then you have to exchange this one. Then you cannot really hope to attack about my 4 stones, and you only have to beat this group. But it's not really easy. Black is not strong enough. That is why the Aji has to be on time. If you make Aji too early, then you will get only that area. But after that, if you are going out to the center, you will lose many things. Actual game was happen. And I think basically this time your movement was perfect. This is the right direction, and I saved. I have to keep focus about this area. And why I can do that is because you had this exchange. If you didn't have this exchange, I still have to care about my lower side. So one bad exchange is quite sensitive. So when you touch, I just keep jump. I think here your performance was perfect. Now you need to keep support about this group, and it was working really well. So but I don't think this was a good exchange. Even if you didn't do anything and you just play like actual game, when I cut you can just Atari here. When I capture you can just cover like this, and even extend is nothing. You just connect and then connect is nothing. So you shouldn't do you shouldn't do anything here. Then it was okay. But you know that when you exchange here and then I just cover about cutting point like this, and your stones are getting damaged. Basically you are not getting any territory of. You can think only where you break this here. But you paid a lot to me. 3 stones are getting damaged, even I have some territory here, and even still I can make the insurance anytime. So that is reason why you shouldn't make RG so early. Okay, and then I try to punish about this group. Okay, if you just play here, and then I will do this way, and if you answer here, then can keep bother your life and death. So now this is not really good idea. If you really want to cover, I think you can have a Hane, and then when I cut, you can do this one. My extend is not working when you connect, so I need to capture. I think this is the best way how you can protect over your corner, but normally white get a lot from this fighting. But even like that, maybe it might be best to move. But I don't think actual game was bad. Just different way. When you do here and then when I push, and then you did here, and okay, I get this way. At that time, if you just turn around to this way, then you get another way. It's not easy to count, but I believe that maybe this is also possible to trade. It will be similar as just now. You can get another way. So it was really totally okay. But now you continue to play the A. This was the overplay. Since you do this one, you are losing some territory from here. Yeah, cannot do anything. So at that time I just capture, and eventually you save here. I don't think the touching was a good idea. And anyway, after you capture, my groups are this group is not really perfect yet, so that's why I need to continue to play here. Yeah, okay, this time, okay, you just go to big place and it was quite okay. I think I'm not sure though. If I am black, I will. Is this okay? If you can make this center, then it's quite happy for you. And then if you just pull one time, and then if you save it, actually still you can bother over my group. It doesn't mean white is in danger. Just like this area, I have a half eye. This way also I have a half eye, and then you can just share. If I approach here, then you can get this way. This was one of a possible way, I think. But I don't think this is a big mistake. This one stone is not that small. Yeah, it seems quite small, but I cannot say it's really small. Since you save that, the point is not that small, and also you can bother over my group. So now my invasion time, and then since you play here, it was perfect. My planning was trying to make something in this area. Of course, still you are leading for this game. Maybe I will do something like this. Yeah, I have to try to wait for the end game. Yeah. So this game, when you are having the fighting, your direction and supporting was very good. So I can say the game quality was really nice. Just making RG is a little bit only, little bit. Even you make this RG, I think still you are in a good control because of a handicap. But normally most of the time if you make RG so early, then it will not be good. You will pay many things after you break this area. Okay, so if you continue now, maybe still black is leading. Yeah, and then one more thing. Yeah, you shouldn't have a bad exchange first. This can make white to have two eyes perfectly. Yeah. Other than this is all okay. Okay, thank you very much. Then see you next time. Bye bye.